Hello there everybody, welcome back to BareRose Garage. Well, I popped that 460 open. I put a link to it somewhere up here, but check this guy out. Where is he at? See him right there on my arm? That's one of them damn box elder bugs. So I pulled the spark plugs out. I found where they were living. Number 5. It's the one. Oh God, I got these little things everywhere now. I don't want to smash them. God, they stink. Anyway, I pulled the spark plug out of number 5. On a Ford, it's the one on the driver's side closest to the radiator. Like on a Chevy, it'd be a number 1 on a Chevy. And then I rolled it over a couple of times. I mean, when I pulled that spark plug, she stinks. Oh God, she stinks. Oh, I about threw up. So, I should have had my damn camera over here. It was on the charger, but I should have had the camera on here. Anyway, I pulled number 5 out. Oh man, okay. So I pulled them all out, and I decided to roll it over a couple of times. You can see here, it blew them little bugs all out of that, all the way up there. From here. It just blew them right out of there. I got my borescope out to check the damages of them. There's my borescope right there. Fired it up, stuck it down in the hole, and was looking around. I don't see as they've done any damage, but yeah, I mashed the ever-living heck out of them. And then I blew them out of the hole there, spinning it around by hand. One thing I did notice about it though, and I'm glad I checked it, this thing's got flat top pistons. This is a 77. 77's supposed to have dish pistons in it. These things are only supposed to have like 8 to 1, 8.5 to 1 compression. You know, it's a 77. These are the nasty smog years. Now, it is a 77. There's no smog pump on it. Why? Because it's a motorhome. Now, motorhomes, they kind of float in a gray area, and especially back then. They're kind of a road vehicle. You got to register them, but they're classified as a recreational vehicle. So it's not intended to be all-time, you know, nobody daily drives a motorhome. You know, you don't jump in a motorhome to run and get a gallon of milk from the store and back. So the EPA and the DOT kind of got together, and they let a lot of things slide on the motorhomes. So everything I look up on a 460 big block, all I get is just, you know, when I'm looking for specs, you know, just doing the Google machine while you're sitting on the toilet or something, you know, just doing something. You gotta think about cars some way. So yeah, I looking around, checking forums, everything. On Ford, I can't find nothing. There's very, very little information out there on the 460 Ford motorhome editions. Then it got me to thinking about our 460 Berkeley. I got a video coming up on the differences in a 460 Berkeley and a 460 Ford. For those of you who don't know, it's just fancy talk for Ford Marine. They put them in jet boats and stuff like that. Now those, they run high compression too. They run actually, well, for stock stuff, they run extremely good heads, and that's where you find the Dove C heads and The intake is totally different. In fact, it's a cast iron version of the Y Stealth that everybody buys for these. If you're looking for a cast version, I don't know why you would, because they're a lot heavier. But if you want to know where that idea came from, it's a Berkeley, the Marine. And again, I got video coming on all that. But anyway, I kind of dove down a rabbit hole. And I was checking her out because, you know, a lot of people look for motorhome stuff because, well, that's the easy place to find a big block with low mileage. And like I said, come to find out, the EPA, they kind of had a big gray area there that companies were able to kind of squeeze in a bunch of horsepower that they weren't, you know, issuing out to the cars, the pickups, stuff that was intended to be on the road all the time. So, could that explain why I have flat tops in there instead of the dish? And why it was, yeah, rolling this thing over by hand with the spark plugs in it, you got to man up a little bit when it comes up on compression stroke. She's got some compression. And with them flap tops in there, I'm expecting probably 10 to 1. I don't know for sure. I'm just, you know, that's just what the clicker in my elbow is saying. My compression gauge is when my elbow cracks. So anyway, I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. What I've done now is, well, tomorrow we're supposed to get a little bit, we got a short little window tomorrow of weather, so I can get out there and I can pressure wash that thing off, but I have to do it tomorrow. So I'm in here getting ready to, getting it all prepped for pressure washing. By the way I do that is I pull all the spark plugs out, I fill them full of PB Blaster, I put the spark plugs back in, I shoot PB Blaster down the exhaust ports, and then I stuff a rag in them just to kind of, if any water gets in there, it's not going to flash, rust, anything, stuff like that. I don't want any easy off because that's the method I'm going to use. That works great. Just coat it down with about 2 cans of easy off oven cleaner. Back away from it, let it set for about a half hour, an hour, then hit it with the pressure washer and just cleans it right back to bare metal. I'm just getting ready to do all of that. So tomorrow's video, you're gonna see me out there with the pressure washer, pressure washing and cleaning that motor up, and then I'm gonna set it back in the shop, tear it down, regasket it, throw it back together, get it ready for paint, and then throw it back into Fairlane here. Okay, so that's where I'm at now, and I did de-stink this big old 460, but I de-stinked it all over the back of the Fairlane and shot them suckers right out of there. It was like a fountain, a big old fountain of stink. Anyway, if any of you know anything more about the 460 specs from a motorhome, toss them down there in the comments. I'd like to learn more about them. And, you know, share some of the knowledge with some of the other people. It's pretty cool, this community we got for that kind of stuff. And in the meantime, well, get out there and get some metal hot, even if it is shooting bugs out of number 5. We'll catch you on the next one.